Hello everyone, I am Akash and in this video I am going to show you how you can create this menu. So we are going to create this menu using CSS and JavaScript. So let's get started. So here I have one folder with all the required files, and I am using Atom text editor for this tutorial. So as you can see here, this is the index.html file, and here I have a style.css file for styling and main.js file for our JavaScript code. The first one is this 3-line menu button, and the second is a cross button for cancel. So let's get started with this HTML file first. So here first off we have a meta tag, then title, then we have a link tag to link our style.css file. So here in the body section I have created a header tag, and in this header tag I have a logo of h2 heading, and then I have a button. So first of all, in this button I have set the type to button, and then this on click attribute I have set this menu open function, which we are going to use in JavaScript, and then I have a class btn-open, and in this button I have specified an image. So this image that I have specified is this one. Then after I have a span section. So in this span section I have a class named menu and menu-slide-out, and then after I have an ID which we are going to make use of in the JavaScript, and then here I have the second button, that is the close button, and the image that I have specified here is this cancel image. So this is the image. So for this image I have a class set as cancel-img, and for this first image I have the class set as menu-img, and in here I have this ul tag, unordered list tag, and in that I have 3 li tags for 3 different menu buttons. So the first one is home, second one is for about, and third is for contacts. And then after I have this section tag in which I have specified some dummy text, and then after I have this script tag. So here at the end I have a script tag where I have given the path for the main.js, the JavaScript file. So now let's get started with CSS. Okay, so before getting started with CSS, let's run this first. So as you can see here, without any CSS or JavaScript, this page looks like this. So now let's apply CSS to this page. Okay, so first of all we have to specify the CSS for body. So here I'm going to set the padding to 0, then margin also to 0, and then the font family I'm going to set to Arial, and so I have set the font family also. Now I'm going to set the header. So I'm going to set the CSS for this header tag. So here I'm going to set the background color to purple, then after I'm going to set the text color, so that would be white, and then I'm going to set the height to 70 pixels. So let's see the output. So as you can see here, this is the output. not very great yet. So now let's go to next. So now I'm going to set header h2, and I'm going to set the position property to fixed, and then left to 0, then margin, left margin to 40 pixels, and then the top margin to 15 pixels. Then font size I'm going to set to 35 pixels. Okay, let's see the output. Okay, now header dot btn dash open. So this is going to be applied to our first button. So now I'm going to set the position to absolute. Then I want this button to be on the right side, so right 0, then margin right 30 pixels, margin top 15 pixels, and then I want the border to be none, and then the background color should be white here. So let's see. Okay, now the size of the button is big here, so I'm going to set the size of the button. So header dot btn dash open dot menu dash image. So I want the width of this button to be 35 pixels and height of this button to be also 35 pixels. Okay, so this is better. Okay, so moving on, we want the menu now. So let's start coding for this span part. So first of all, we are going to write header dot menu, and as you can see here, we have two different classes here. One is menu and the second is menu dash slide dash out. So for this menu class, I'm going to set the height to 40 VH. So setting the height in VH and not in pixels is very important, as VH means the viewport height. So it is going to acquire the height of whatever the height of the display is going to be. So you have to use the VH here. Then after I want the padding to be 30 VH for top and bottom, and 10 VH for left and right. And then after I want the float to be on right, so it should float on the right hand side. So let's run this. Okay, so as you can see, it is floating on the right side. Okay, now one more thing is remaining, that is the background color. So let's set the background color. Okay, so this is the background color, and let's move on to the next class, that is the menu dash slide dash out. So dot menu dash slide dash out. So for this one, we have to make the position property to fixed and the right property to -75 VH. Okay, so we have set the position fixed and right to -75, and this is for menu sliding out. So I'm going to set another property for menu dash slide dash in, and here I'm going to set the position to fixed as well, and then right to 0 VH. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this and I'm going to paste it in here in place of this menu slide out, and let's run this. So we have our menu, and if I go back to menu dash slide dash out, it is going to go out of the frame. So in JavaScript we are just going to toggle between these two classes. So I will show you how you can toggle between these classes when we write the JavaScript. So now next on we have to write the code for this, that is the unordered list. So header, then menu, then the UL li, then I want the display to be of block type, and margin to be 70 pixels and 0, and then after header dot menu, then dot btn dash close. So for our close button, so I'm going to write the position to absolute, then the top property to 25 pixels, and right to 30 pixels. Then I don't want the border, so it is going to be none. Then after the background color, I want it white. Okay, so now I want to set the size of the image. So same, I'm going to just copy this and I'm going to add the cancel dash image, and here I'm going to specify the width to 40 pixels and height as well to 40 pixels. Okay, then after I'll write the CSS for this section. So section, then I want the margin here to be 40 pixels, and then I'm also going to add 80 here, so 40 for top and bottom and 80 for left and right, and then the font size to be 25 pixels, and then the text align should be justify. Okay, so now let's run it. So as you can see here, this is the output, and if I click on this button then nothing happens. So now let's go on to the JavaScript part and write the JavaScript functions for when we click this button, then we want the menu to be opened, and when we click on the cancel button on the menu, then we want to make that menu disappear. So let's do that. Okay, so this is the main.javascript file. So in this file I'm going to first create a variable of name menu, and I'm going to write document dot get element by id, and the id that we want here is this, that is the menu dash id. So I'm going to write that menu dash id. Okay, now we have specified two functions here. One is for opening the menu and one is for closing the menu. So menu open and menu close. So here first I'm going to write function space menu open. So for opening the menu, so now what we have to do is we have to remove this class and set this class instead of that. So let's do that. So I'm going to write menu, that is the variable that we created above, and menu dot class list dot remove, and here I'm going to specify menu dash slide dash out. So this is how we can remove a class, and then I want to add this class. So I'm going to just write add. So this is how we can add this menu dash slide dash in class. So now let's run this. Okay, so as you can see, when I clicked, this menu opened, but when I'm clicking on this cross button, then it is not working. So now let's write the code for that. So function menu close, and here I'm going to copy and paste this. So here we have to remove the menu dash slide dash in class that we added, and we have to add this class. Okay, so let's run this. So I'm clicking on this, menu open. When I click on this cross, menu is closed. So if you notice here, then it is opening and closing suddenly. There is no kind of transition here. So for adding that smooth slide in and smooth slide out, we just have to add this transition property here. So I'm going to write transition, then right, we want the transition on this right property, so right, and it should be of 0.5 seconds, and the same goes for this one. So now let's run this. Okay, so as you can see, the sliding in and sliding out is smooth. So this is how you can create that. So now the menu here doesn't look that great, so let's add some CSS for that. So here after the ULLI, I'm going to write header dot menu, then UL li and a. So now I'm going to set the padding to 20 pixels and 10 pixels, and then after I'm going to set the text decoration to none, then the text color to white, and lastly the font size to 28 pixels. and I'm also going to set the hover property for this. So hover. So now I'm going to change the background color here to this one. Okay, so let's run this. So as you can see here, this is how you can create this type of animation. Let's change this to VH, and okay, done. So this is how you can create this kind of menu slide in and slide out animation using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And as you can see, it is sliding in and sliding out over these elements, so it is not pushing these elements aside. And another thing is, we have set the height and padding for this menu in VH. So when we run this on mobile screens, so if I set it to Galaxy S5, let's say, then this is going to cover the whole screen and there are no scroll bars, as you can see. So it is going to be responsive. And for this Pixel 2 also, this menu is responsive. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope you liked this video. And if you did, then press on that thumbs up button, and if you want to see more of these videos, then press on that red subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. And I'm also going to make a video on how you can create a responsive website, and if you want to watch that, then please subscribe to this channel. And I also have a web development course on udemy.com, so I'll give the link in the description down below, and I'll also give you a special coupon code so that you can get a discount on that course. So check that out in the description down below. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.